Greetings from Owensboro, Kentucky. Annual Conference 2022 opened on Monday, June 6th, with a video featuring Bishop Fairley with John Wesley, portrayed by Reverend Craig Taylor, pastor of Scottsville First United Methodist Church. Fairley's sermon for opening worship was titled, "See How They Love Each Other." The title is an extension of this year's annual conference theme, Growing in the Love of God.
In this our first in-person annual conference since COVID-19, and I'm glad. It is my prayer that the world will see in our holy conferencing, our Christian conference, the people not geared of the hearts of war, but of peace.
The Board of Laity, co-chaired by Jonna Carter and John Denham, included a series of procedural questions about the current denominational debates, including how churches can disaffiliate. Different district lay leaders took turns speaking. They also announced that a Zoom webinar for anyone interested will take place Thursday, July 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to continue the discussion. During the afternoon plenary, Bishop Fairley said he intends to call a special session of the annual conference to address churches wishing to disaffiliate. The plan is for it to be held online before the end of the year. A special video was shared called "The Fruit of Christian Conversations," which emphasized how to have holy conversations with each other around difficult topics. Bishop Fairley also updated members on recent Judicial Council decisions, including the possible departure of annual conferences from the United Methodist Church. The Judicial Council recently ruled that it cannot happen until approved by the General Conference, which has been postponed until 2024. Reverend David Garvin, the conference treasurer, and Kim Keller, chair of the Council on Finance and Administration, presented the first reading of the 2023 budget. The 2023 proposal shifts some allocations, including more money for youth and higher education programs, as well as camps. It also includes a 3% raise for conference staff, as well as 3% more for health insurance coverage. Reverend William Moore, Director of Connectional Ministries, presented the Nominations Committee report for the first reading. Teams are elected every 4 years, but updates are done in intervening years, such as this year. During the Ordination and Commissioning service held on Monday night, Bishop Lawson Bryan, retired bishop of the South Georgia Conference, who is now serving as a bishop in residence at a Montgomery, Alabama church, preached the sermon titled, "The What, How, and Why of Ministry." Much of his focus was on tending the flock, the work of shepherds.
It doesn't matter whether you're an extrovert or an introvert, you just be you, because that's who God calls.
5 elders in full connection were ordained during the service, and 7 candidates were commissioned as provisional elders, and 1 candidate was commissioned as a provisional deacon. A full day of worship on Tuesday started with the commemoration of clergy and spouses who have passed away in the past year, and concluded at the end of the day with the missional offering to benefit tornado disaster relief and the Kentucky United Methodist Children's Homes. Some of the business items that took place included updates from the Board of Pensions and the Board of Trustees. From David Garvin, the conference treasurer, and Gretchen Mahaffey, Board of Trustees chair, went through a detailed explanation of how the human sexuality disaffiliation paragraph of the Book of Discipline, paragraph 2553, works for churches. While Reverend David Garvin and Reverend Keith Schweitzer, Board of Pensions Chair, were presenting their report, Mark Stallings made a motion that the Board of Pensions work with WestPath to explore if there was a way for current assets to cover the unfunded pension liabilities and unfunded retirement health care liabilities for all churches of the Kentucky Annual Conference. Stallings said the goal is to encourage financial stewardship and transparency. The members voted 542 to 146 to explore the option outlined in the motion. Reverend William Moore presented an update on a discernment tool that the bishop's operational team has been working on. A task team led by Moore spent the past few months putting together a workbook outlining a process for discernment, and several churches are currently testing it. The discernment process is designed primarily around helping churches decide whether to stay or go. It is designed to continue the conference's work of making passionate spiritual disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. Reverend Lisa May presented the Ecumenism Awards. Jimmy Mills received the Lay Award. Reverend John Gallagher received the Clergy Award. Bishop Fairley reminded the conference that Reverend Dr. Yosemar Alvarez will again be the Episcopi nominee from the Kentucky and Central Appalachian, formerly Redbird, conferences. Election of new bishops will be held for the southeastern jurisdiction this November. The day concluded with a relaxing evening of fellowship along the riverfront, listening to the music of some bluegrass bands while enjoying the delicious food from the food trucks. The 2022 annual conference, the first in-person gathering since 2019 because of the COVID-19 pandemic, wrapped up Wednesday, June 8th, with a recognition of 20 retiring clergy and business that included the approval of the 2023 budget. Annual conference members narrowly rejected a motion calling on the Kentucky Conference to petition the Council of Bishops to call a special session of General Conference this year to consider a denominational separation agreement. The final vote, taken electronically, was rejected 309 to 307. In other business at the conference, the budget was approved and 6 churches were approved for closing this year. The 2022 annual conference concluded with the reading of appointments and sending forth.